Welcome back to George Orwell's 1984. We're on chapter 7, and I'm wondering if you're getting a real sense that this book is just made for today. I say that every time. I'm going to be brief tonight because I want to get right into the book. And I know you probably get tired of me talking about the book, but it's hard not to talk about the book, isn't it? Because the more you get into this, the more you realize there's so many truths here. I just wanted to read you, though, something that was said about the book shortly after its publication. It's important to remember that George Orwell did not live to really see the profound effect this book was going to have on generations to come. He died in 1950, just 2 years after writing the book. And it premiered in 1949 as a bestseller. And of course, he had also had a bestseller with Animal Farm. After, good 15 years of struggling as a writer, he never made a lot of money on those early books. And if you read any Orwell biography, and there are a few good ones, you realize that he only started making a lot of money towards the end of his life, and he really never lived to enjoy it. He was sick in the last year of his life, and they recently had remarried. His first wife died quite tragically, and he remarried, and his wife inherited the estate, and she lived quite well for the rest of her days off George Orwell's escalating estate, which is really neither here nor there, but it's of note. And this is why there's always an element of sadness when you're reading Orwell, because you realize he did so much as a writer, and yet it was all really only acknowledged after he died. But here's a comment that was made, which I think is quite interesting. A few days before Orwell died, he received a letter from Desmond McCarthy. He sent him a message and a greeting in which he wrote, "You have made an indelible mark on English literature. You are among the few memorable writers of your generation." And that's a profoundly true statement. So without further ado, I want to get into the book because it's a little longer tonight. But I hope you enjoy this. Hi, this is David Krayden from Krayden's Right and Stand on Guard. Join the resistance. Resolve to resist. Become a member of this station. I've been practicing journalism in one form or another for over 30 years. I've worked in print, radio, and television for a lot of prestigious publications and media outlets. I was an Armed Forces Public Affairs officer. I worked in Parliament Hill. I know how Ottawa works, and I know how corrupt the federal government can be. But you can play a part in opposing Justin Trudeau's government and Justin Trudeau's plans for Canada. You can become a part of the Krayden's Right resistance. Now, I urge you today, please support this station in any way you can. Ring that bell, subscribe, because that ensures you're at least going to continue to be able to watch these episodes. You'll beat the algorithm. But more importantly, I need your financial support. I hate to ask, but that's what I'm doing. I made a decision to pursue independent media because I believed it was the best possible route for me to take as a journalist and as a concerned citizen of Canada. So you can become a part of that. And at only $5, you can become a part of that on YouTube, on Substack, and with Buy Me a Coffee, a one-time donation. But I need your support. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. If you've already done that, if you're already supporting the station, thank you. But if you haven't, make that decision today. So we are in a very precarious position in this country. We need political change, but we also need to resolve to resist.